break a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Started right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I still got a lot of fight left in me. No, I've still got a lot of fight left.
Good evening to you. It's another Tuesday evening, and we are live on Joy 99.7 FM. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobia Brichum. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN. MTN, everywhere you go. If you are driving home, if you're already at home, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. We are going to be having a conversation with some students. And sometimes when I'm having conversations like this, the question on my mind is, what were we doing at their age? You can be thinking about that too. They attended the World Robotics they became champions at the World Robotics competition. And they are the Redeemer Tech. They'll be introducing themselves when the time is up. But because of what they are doing, making Ghana proud, making their parents proud, on our show tonight, we are going to be having that conversation with them to know more about the competition they attended and how it all went for them and the position that they attained for this particular robotics competition. But before I introduce them and we get into the details for our show tonight, we will be sharing with you what has been happening in the tech space in the past week. So take a listen to the emerging tech trends. We will be back after that.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Emerging Tech Trends on Joy Geek Squad. My name is Denisia Poma AJ. In our headlines, Temu users face a high risk of finding illegal products, EU says. Also, OpenAI prepares to launch GPT-5 in August. Snapchat will notify your friends when you've made it home safe, and Google shortened good.gl links will stop working from next month. Let's settle for the details now. The EU has found Temu poses a high risk of exposing shoppers to counterfeit and unsafe products. Under the Digital Services Act, Temu must address these issues or face fines up to 6% of its global revenue. The probe also targets Temu's addictive design, opaque algorithms, and limited data access for researchers. OpenAI plans to release GPT-5 in August, CEO Sam Altman confirmed. He recently showcased its abilities, calling it Here It Is moment. The update will include mini and nano versions and integrate advanced O3 reasoning into a unified system. Snapchat is rolling out a home safe feature that notifies friends when you've arrived home safely. Unlike live location sharing, this sends a one-time alert to selected friends without needing manual messages. Alerts are only sent to friends you already share location with. And finally, Google will deactivate all good.gl short links next month. Starting August 25, 2025, these URLs will stop working and return to 404 errors. Though the service shut down in 2019, existing links have remained active. Google cited declining usage, noting over 99% saw no activity recently. Users are advised to migrate links to other URL shorteners before the shutdown. And that's it for this week's episode of Emerging Tech Trends on Joy Geek Squad. My name is Denisia Poma AJ. Catch you same time next week.
Welcome back. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobia Brichum. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN. MTN, everywhere you go. If you're just joining us tonight, we are going to be having a conversation with Redeemer Tech, a group that went for the World Robotics competition and they came out as champions. In fact, we'll be getting more details of all that tonight in our conversation. And really, we are live on YouTube, on Facebook, and on X. It will be good to see what's happening in the studio. So if you have the chance, go ahead and log onto any of the handles that I have mentioned at Joy 99.7 FM, either YouTube, X, or on Facebook, and you can see what will be happening in the studio tonight. I'm going to allow my guests to introduce themselves and then we'll get into the conversation. I'll start first with the students. Yes, go ahead and introduce yourself and then your role in the team.
Hi, my name is Kelvin Echampon, and I'm a learner from my Redeemer School. I'm also the programmer for our robotics team.
I like that. How old are you?
14 years.
14 years. Please, if you are listening, when you were 14 years, what were you doing? That's the question I've been asking. Yes.
Okay, my name is Emmanuel Cranton.
Okay.
I'm 15 years, and I'm a student of my Redeemer School, and also the team captain for my Redeemer Tech.
So I have the team captain and the programmer. Isn't that amazing to hear? I also have with me some gentlemen, and so I'll let them also introduce themselves and their role for them.
My name is Benjamin Lebua. I'm the coach and also their mentor.
Okay.
Okay, I'm in the person of Mr. Isaac Yeboah, the headmaster of the school.
Okay. So Benjamin and Isaac. And then I have with me Kelvin and also Emmanuel. You're all welcome to Geek's
Thank you.
Thank you.
First of all, congratulations, because we saw everything that happened on social media, and really we want to just let you express what it was like for you. I'm going to start first with you, the programmer behind it, Kelvin. What was it like? How did it feel to represent Ghana and your school at the robotics championship that was held?
It was a very great time when we were able to represent our country Ghana at the global levels. I'm really proud of our team for the hard work we put in, and being able to get the third position at the championship.
Okay. And like I said, if you're able to hop onto any of our social media handles to see what's happening, we have a whole team. I'm sure at the right time, some of them will come in and then also speak. They will introduce themselves as they do that. So I'm just going to be starting with Kelvin and Emmanuel. Emmanuel, what was it like for you as well?
Okay, so I was excited to be able to represent Ghana on the global stage. I was also excited to be learning new things from various teams around the world, and also to interact with various people from other countries.
Okay, good to know. So the question on my mind right now is, when did you just develop this love for building robots or doing anything about robotics?
Okay, so it was 5 years ago when our director introduced robotics into the school, and her aim was to let all learners learn at least a skill before they leave the school. So she introduced robotics into the school and other various compartments such as media, we have art, and also other, and also we have football, sports.
Okay. Kelvin, tell us, as being the programmer, what was the robot you built? Can you speak to it? Give us some more details about that.
Okay, so the whole competition was about disaster response.
Okay.
So the aim was to build a robot and program it to be able to rescue people from disasters in 2 minutes.
Wow.
So in that 2 minutes, your program robot should be able to deliver severely injured people, which are represented by red blocks, and refugees represented by green blocks, to their designated locations.
Okay.
For your points.
All right. So as a team lead, what was the role that you played in building this?
Okay, so I was also the builder of the robot.
Okay.
I helped in building the robot and also some parts of the coding.
Okay. So if I may ask, with this that has been done, what are some of the practical examples for us, like in real life? Talking about disaster response, right?
Yes.
Can you give us any example on that?
Okay, so there are some cars that let's say if you get a car accident, the airbags in the cars, there are also mechanisms that are used to save people from getting severe injuries.
Okay, so with this particular robot that you built, if we are coming to the application of it when it comes to car crash at any point in time, it can be used. Is that right?
For the competition, they mimic an earthquake.
Okay.
So they are severely injured people that your robot is supposed to be able to rescue and send them to the hospital.
And this was done in 2 minutes, from what you
Yes.
said. What programming languages were used?
Scratch.
Scratch. Okay, that's the only programming language that was used.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So, coming back to you now, Emmanuel, would you say there were some challenges that were faced in doing this?
Okay, yes, there are a lot of challenges, but there were a lot of challenges. Mainly, at first, when we went to the place where the event was held, there was only one training table. So every team from around the world, those who are participating, are supposed to fight for a chance to practice on the mat.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't have a lot of time to practice. So we're trying to make sure that every program we put into the robots for it to work should be accurate enough that if we run it on the main game table, it will work as planned.
Okay, but some of the practices done here before you got there, or the main thing had to be done there?
No, some of them were done here.
Okay.
Yes.
And would you say there were any challenges here, or the only challenge you faced was when you got there and you couldn't
No,
really get
no,
the
no,
table
no.
to-
So
what were some of
during the practice here, we were supposed to calculate some of the things that we were supposed to, like calculating the distance between the blocks on the mat and all of that. So after we are done calculating and input the data into the robot, sometimes the robot freezes, and also we are finding problems with our robots. It has, like, the more you run it, it freezes. So we didn't have that much robots for practicing. So we had to make sure that we take turns and pause for some time before we can continue the practice.
Okay. So at least you're able to go over some of the challenges that you faced. In terms of the work, I see quite a number of people here, right? Did all of you travel?
Yes.
Okay. So how was the work divided amongst yourself?
Okay, so the work was divided based on our abilities and capabilities.
Okay.
Among our team, some of us are able to think easily and develop solutions to various tasks, like such as the task given to us, and also some were able to build the robots. Some were also good in programming. So
Okay.
we were divided based on our abilities and capabilities.
Okay.
So some of us, those who were able to brainstorm and bring out solutions, became our researchers. So they were finding solutions to various tasks and how to solve them. And also those who were good in building built the robots. And also, if there are some parts that are making us face difficulties, they will be able to fix them. They were able to fix them. They fixed it. And also those who programmed and made the calculations and all of that. So we were able to cooperate.
I see. And looking at the numbers here, I'm seeing 5 gentlemen and then 4 ladies. And I think it's really exciting because for me, when I was in school, and this is how many years ago, I'm trying to even remember now, there were just 4 ladies out of 56 students doing computer engineering. And so to come and see that people are going in, I mean, at this tender age, you're going for competitions like this, and I'm seeing 4 ladies, 5. I mean, the balance is really good, and it's exciting, and I'm happy about it that at least we are pushing the ladies to also play their roles. I have another lady joining me now, and so this is not going to be the hot seat. It's going to be a very cold one. You can just feel free, relax, and then you are going to let us know. Just introduce yourself, and then we can also get to know some more from you.
My name is Vanessa Alomenusam, and I am the positioner for our team.
Okay, positioner.
Yes, I position the robots on the mat.
I like that. So, can you tell us something about the competition that you did and then your role in supporting the whole team?
Okay, so the whole competition was about disaster response, and we are supposed to build a robot that can, like, pick the green blocks, which are the refugees, and
Okay.
send them to the refugee camp, and also collect the red blocks, which are the severely injured people, and send them to the hospital area. So I help in positioning the robot so we can get accurate results when we run the game.
Okay. So talking about your role, what's the risk of not positioning the robots very well?
If the coding is good and the positioning is bad, we get wrong results and we lose all our marks.
Okay, and then talking about the positioning too, what really goes into that? Were you the only person who was the positioner in the team?
No, I had another team member with me. I was the positioner for the junior team. We were 2 people on the table.
Okay. Interesting. If you are joining us, we are having a conversation with the Redeemer Tech, and so far they are sharing with us their experience when they went for the World Robotics Championship, and they placed third, which is a very good thing for us because honestly, I'm excited about it. The enthusiasm, especially seeing the ladies and also the gentlemen, is really good at a tender age and what they are currently doing. I think that we all must encourage our worlds as much as possible because this is our world now, this is the future, and we have to push them so that they take up roles that will really help us, and especially because of what they also built, something for disaster recovery. It can be applied to our real life situations, and it's a good thing, and we have to support them. As I said, I have a group of 9 of them here with me, and they all traveled for this competition. And so from time to time, they would be taking turns to let us know to let us hear from them as well. So you just introduce yourself to me, and then you tell me the role that you played for the competition.
Hello, my name is Audrey Osesibe. I'm 13 years old, a student of my Redeemer School, and I'm a co-builder in the attachments.
Co-builder.
Co-builder.
Code builder.
Co.
All right. Co-builder. Okay, that's fine.
My name is Brianna Dede Naseki Apachu, and I am 8 years of age. I am in class 4, and I am the youngest in the team.
I can see that. You're the youngest in the team. Good. How old are you again?
8 years.
8 years old. Tell me, what is it that made you develop an interest for this, building robots?
What made me an interest for this is that I love building robots, and the robot is supposed to collect all red blocks and all green blocks.
Okay, so what specifically did you do being the youngest in the team? What was your specific role that you played?
Actually, I position the robot sometimes.
Oh, okay. So you also helped with the positioning, or you did the positioning. That's good to know. And then what about you on your side? What specifically comes with the role that you played?
Okay, in my role, you are supposed to build the attachments, which are the grabbers, which will go and collect the items on the mat.
Okay. All right. And with that particular role that you played, let me ask. He mentioned, was it Emmanuel? He mentioned different aspects that people had to do. Some were researchers, and then, so what did you help in that aspect too?
I helped in the researching.
Okay, what were some of the things that you discovered in the researching?
Okay, I discovered some problems in our community.
Okay.
And I also helped to brainstorm whether we could implement these designs we've made to help NADMO to use them in our community.
Okay.
So they could become practical in real life.
Wow. To help NADMO. I really like this. Because it doesn't have to just end as going to have competitions and that's the end. You know, sometimes back then in school, we'll build things. There'll be projects at the end of the school year, and they'll end up sitting on shelves on campus. It doesn't go anywhere. But really, if we're able to do this, we have researchers on it, and we have some of these companies come in and then help with letting us apply it in our real life. It really does help. So good to know. So tell me, what was the hardest thing about building the robot that you did?
Okay, the hardest thing was being precise. Because
Okay.
if they are not perfectly built, they could easily fall off, which could destroy the whole code and the building of the whole robot.
So when you had the competition, was it Did it at any point stop working?
Yes, please.
And how was that?
It was very stressful. We were all sad. Even Vanessa was
Cry.
crying.
You started, oh.
Yes.
But you're the only one who cried, though.
No, we all cried.
You all cried.
Yes. Even some of our coaches looked very sad. Even our CEO.
And at that point, Sir Honorable Sam George came
And
and
motivated us.
yes.
He was with you.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's good to know. So, okay. So when it stopped, what did you do about it?
Okay, when the robot is in run, we can't touch it. So it must be there until the 2 minutes fully end, until we are able to touch it. So it was there. So we lost for the second position. So we came back and we perfected our codes and things. So we went back and we went to try again, and we came out third.
Okay, so were you able to determine the cause of it stopping?
Okay, so at times it could be caused by the robot being stressed out.
Okay.
The robot is like a brain. When it's overstressed, it just breaks down. So when you keep on over practicing, the robot gets tired and tends to glitch or even freeze.
So that was it. I think you people were really prepping for it. So you kept over practicing with it, and at a point in time when you needed it the most, you decided to give up on it. Oh, robots, how can you do that to us? But at least you were able to come up being the third, which was good. So can you tell us a bit about the materials that were used to build the robots?
Okay, the robots are basically made up of Lego pieces, which are made out of plastic.
Okay. So it's no more like our time when we just be playing with it and building building things with it, but now we can use them for robots as well, and this can really help even with our day-to-day lives. It's really good to know. Did you come up with a name for your robots? Did they have a name?
Yes.
Yes.
We have a name.
We have
Vanessa.
The junior team robot is called
Arctic.
Arctic.
The R stands for Redeemer Tech.
Okay.
We are from my Redeemer school.
Okay.
So that's the name of the junior team's robot. And for the senior team is my Redeemer Tech, which also stands for our school name.
Oh, okay.
My Redeemer School.
Okay. Vanessa, can you tell me do you have an idea what you want to be when you grow up?
Yes, I want to be a doctor, but I have a lot of plans.
You have a lot of plans. Let us.
Yes.
Can we know a bit about your plans?
So if I become a doctor,
Mhm.
I will know a lot about engineering.
Okay.
Even though I don't want to be an engineer, I know a lot about it.
Okay, but you know there's something called biomedical engineering too. So I think probably will be something that you can be looking at since you want to branch into the medicine field and then you want to do something about engineering too. What about you?
I would like to be a computer engineer.
Okay. Hey, then you'll be like my junior classmate. That's good to know. Really, that's good to know. I'm going to come to the coach for now. So we'd like to hear from you, Benjamin Yeboah. What was it like putting them together and prepping them for this competition?
From the beginning, kids, it wasn't easy at all. But we have to talk to them, motivate them, then get them together to work together. And when it comes to a team, they have to work together. They have to have the same mind. So getting them to have the same mind wasn't easy. But gradually, and our CEO was very helpful.
Okay.
And we have a training company
Okay.
that comes to support us. That is the
Okay.
biggest place.
Okay.
They are actually our main trainers.
Okay.
Yeah, so I learned from them. That is why I became what a coach.
Okay. Okay.
Kids.
How long have you been doing this?
We've been doing this for 5 years.
Okay. Will you say that there's a specific challenge? I mean, apart from them being kids, is there a particular challenge that you have faced that you're really looking at having it resolved?
Yeah, our big problem is having robots. It is very expensive to get a robot. And we have multiple teams. But because of the lack of robots, always you have to use just 2 teams to work.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes we try to pray if the government can come to our aid and they'll support us with some robots. because our robots freezing was because we didn't have the right tools to use. Because if you look at countries like Venezuela, South Korea, their robots were working perfectly because they had support from their governments. But we didn't have enough robots to work. I remember during our national competition, we had to use one robot for both the junior team and the senior team. So when the junior team is done working, they have to run and bring the robots to the juniors to also run their program.
Okay.
So it is not easy training them with this lack of robots.
Okay. Did you meet teams from different countries?
We met teams from Brazil, Venezuela, South Korea,
Okay.
and then some from our African countries like Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Zambia, Kenya, and then some other countries too.
Okay. So for the African countries, apart from what you experienced, would you say they also experienced something similar, or they also had a backing from their?
I realized they were all also going through problems, especially Nigeria. Their robot was not helping them at all. It always stuck.
So it looks like.
It looks like the African countries were suffering a lot. Were suffering a
I
lot.
just wanted to confirm. I mean,
Because if you look at the whites, the robots were working perfectly and they didn't have any problem. But with African countries, it wasn't easy.
Pressure.
I would say it was just by the grace of God.
Like we were even able to come out
Yeah.
as dead.
And then the minister also coming around was very helpful because it really motivated the kids. Because after their robot freezed, I realized their morale was very down.
I can
They were all
imagine.
crying, especially Vanessa. She couldn't stop crying.
Oh.
So the minister has to call them, speak to them, and motivate them, and tell them they are still champions, although they lost that run. So that was when they gathered the morale to go and win for the third position.
Oh, wow. This is really interesting to know, actually, and I'm really hoping that for us listening in, sometimes some of these things is not only leaving it to the governments to do, but if we have parents, if we have organizations, and we can pick this up, it's really going to help us as a nation, at least, to be able to support our wards in their schools, and then even with the clubs, because I know of some clubs that are really into robotics. It would be good to support them as much as we can, so that at least we can also be pushing this particular agenda, because when we go and we win, it's for the whole country. It's not about for specific people, it's for all of us. So it's good that we can also support as much as possible. I'm going to be coming back to the students again. I have another team seated now, so I'll let you introduce yourselves and then your role that you played.
My name is David Amanyampo. I'm
Okay.
18 years of age, and I'm the builder for this team.
Builder,
Yes.
okay.
My
Please go
name
ahead.
is Kendall Amor, and I am 14 years old. I help in building attachments for the robots.
Okay, can you speak a little about that? What
I-
goes into it?
I help to build the claw, which will be attached to the robot, and help the robot to collect the injured people, which are represented by the red blocks, and send to the hospital, and pick the green blocks and send them to the refugee camp.
Okay, and then what about you? What you did?
I'm the builder, so basically I build the robot so that it will get the codes from the when we code it, so that it can be processed by the robot to do the moving, turning, and other stuff.
Okay, what were some of the things that you found exciting doing the building?
During the building, I was able to explore and get new, find new ways to build the robot.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. So, with everything that's happened there, I mean, talking about the fact that at a point your robot stopped working, and what was the experience for you? Like, what did you learn from some of the people that you even met? First of all, did you meet people? Like, did you
Yes.
engage with people? What was it that you learned from them?
I learned that you should not be shy. You should socialize, talk to them, get to learn from them, and also use and like watch their robot, and also implement what they have into what you've done,
Oh,
so
okay.
that you can improve upon what you've done.
Okay, and what about you?
I was able to socialize with others, and we looked at the other team's robot built, and we also added it to ours, so that for the next competition we'll be able to win.
Okay, so in your socialization, have you made some friends that you are still in touch with?
Yes. Please.
Okay, so in all this preparing for the competition and everything, what would you say was one particular skill that you learned?
I learned how to build a robot.
Why was it something new? How long have you been doing it?
For 1 year.
Okay, so you learned how to build to prepare yourself for the competition.
Yes.
Okay, what about you?
I also learned how to build, program, and also be resourceful. Use my resources well.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I'm going to ask this question to you too. What do you look at becoming in the future?
I want to become a software engineer.
Software engineer. Okay. And you?
I want to be an engineer.
You want to be an engineer. You've not decided which of them yet. So you decide later. Okay. Okay. Interesting. But let me ask you, so the whole atmosphere, like there at the competition, what was it like meeting different people? Like when you entered the place, having to find your table to work on it and all that. What was it like? Was it fun? Was it exciting? What was it like for you?
As for me, it was the combination of all the three.
Okay,
We
was it a
had
mixed
some-
feeling?
Yes. We
Okay.
had some exciting times, scary, fun. Exciting times could be when our robot was working the way we wanted it to work, giving accurate turns, movement, and everything. Fun times when they will be giving us morale, yes, having fun,
Okay.
socializing, and scary times when the robot isn't working, like it just froze, and Vanessa was crying.
Oh, hey, this Vanessa was crying.
Vanessa, like
It's
the
a
whole
serious thing.
It was very sad.
I can imagine, though. I can imagine because you're not expecting that to happen. You're expecting it to
Yes.
just work smoothly, and then
Yes.
all of a sudden it stops working. The robot didn't force.
Mm.
It didn't force, but it's all good. What about you?
When it was scary a little, when the robots didn't move, I felt like crying.
But you didn't cry. And so some people felt like crying, and others actually cried.
Yes.
But at least we won the third position, so it wasn't that bad, right? So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Okay, I'm going to be coming to you now, Mr. Benjamin Yeboah. So for someone listening in, what would you be telling the person as a parent, for instance? Maybe they've been hearing about this. What will you be telling them concerning this? Because it looks like the children were introduced to it and they've developed the interest and now are going for competitions. So what would be the thing that you tell a parent or a guardian?
What I would say is, when a child is learning about robots, it opens their mind. One, he or she is introduced to maths. 2, engineering. 3, arts. So it's not only about the computing. You learn maths, you learn science alongside. So it is very good if kids are introduced to robotics. It broadens their mind and it makes them critical thinkers. Because I have an example in my group, a student who wasn't doing well in class. But after joining the robotics team, he was now excelling in class.
Wow.
So I would advise all parents to encourage their children to get on board to learn the robotics.
The question right now is it in all schools, or would they have to be joining specific clubs if someone is listening in and want their ward to be part of it?
It is not done in all schools, but it can be.
Okay.
It is possible.
Okay, but I know there are clubs.
Okay, in most schools it is clubs. But in my Duma school, our CEO, I would say, is what Evishinia. She sat down and said, every child should learn a skill from our Duma school before going out. So she introduced what we call the REL. That is Renaissance Edge Leadership.
Okay.
It is part of our curriculum.
Okay.
It is normally done on Wednesdays and Thursdays. During that period, we have kids who go for fashion. We have kids who go for sports.
Okay.
We have kids who join the robotics and engineering. We have kids in maths and science.
Okay.
We have kids in arts and creativity.
Okay.
So
And
after
music.
we have music.
Okay.
So after a year, you can change or you can still be in the group.
Okay.
It depends on you. So normally what we do is, after every year, letters are sent to parents to decide whether their kids should still stay in the group or to move to another group.
Okay.
So what she her mind is to make sure every child learn a skill, not only the BC.
It's so important.
Yeah, to learn a skill before they leave my school. We have kids in the school who are not breeding eggs. We have kids who can sew.
Wow.
I have a child who is 7 years. She can sew her own bottom. So it is very good introducing the skill education in my school.
That's really good. Okay, I have another set here, possibly the last set, or everybody. Okay, nice. So introduce yourself.
My name is Caleb Deku, and I'm 12 years old, and I'm also a builder of the attachment.
Okay, Caleb.
My name is Michael Amenyampo, and I'm 13 years of age, and I help in the positioning of the robots.
Okay, so Michael and Caleb. So Michael, tell me, playing your role, what was one thing that you found very exciting to do?
What I felt exciting to do is help them in the coding and also help them build up the robots.
Okay, and what about you, Caleb?
One thing that was exciting was when I got to learn how to build the attachments and build them well, and new ways to build them.
Okay, I see that you brought some things here. Is it something that you want us to see?
Yeah, it's the robots.
Okay, so possibly if you can open them, and then, or we can
open them.
At least just for those who are watching online to take a look at what it is. Maybe some of the materials, not necessarily letting them work because we may not have the space for that, but you can just go ahead and then let us see something on that. Yes, possibly. You can let us see something on that. Possibly. So you can just open that up. Yeah, you can come this way. Yeah. So that we can see and then you can speak to them. If you're just joining us, this is Geek Squad with your girl Adobia Breachum. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. And we've been having a conversation with Redeemer Tech, and they went for the World Robotics Championship. They came out third, and it's exciting to see young ones. I think the oldest amongst them is 15 years, coming up with solutions. What they built for their competition has to do with a robot that will be assisting in disaster response when something happens. And this is something that can be applied to real life situations, and I think it's very exciting to know that. So yes, they brought some of their equipment, so they'll be sharing with us. You can just speak to them so that at least for those who are watching online, they get to see it, but describe it as much as possible so that those listening in to know what we are talking about. I'll start with you, Emmanuel.
Okay, so this is a sample of our robot that we built for the competition. It has a claw here that grabs the blocks on the table and send them to their designated locations. And also these are the motors we use in building the motors: 2 medium motors and 1 large motor.
Okay.
And also the tires too. And the parts are Lego pieces. All of them are Lego pieces.
Okay. So everything Lego pieces. And you did all this yourselves?
Yes, we assembled them ourselves.
You assembled them yourself. Okay. And then Kelvin. I have a Kevin in my office, sorry, but you are Kelvin. Okay. So your role as the programmer, after this was assembled, then what do you do?
Okay, so this is the Lego Spike Prime.
Mm-hmm.
So the application we used for it was Lego Spike Education. It's a drag and drop scratch program.
Okay.
So there are codes there that are used to connect it via Bluetooth and input your programs onto it so you can run it.
Okay. I've asked a few of them. I'm going to ask you too. So what are you hoping to become in the future? Kelvin first.
Probably yes. Software engineer.
Software engineer.
Yes.
Okay. Emmanuel?
A mechatronics engineer.
Okay. You people are reading a lot. I'm really seeing a lot of things happening right now, and what we always say on this show is let us use the things that we are learning for good. When you're going to YouTube, when you're going to some of these platforms, you are better off learning there than just wasting your time. So it's good that at least we have people also to be championing this. Let me ask first, team lead, what was it like when you got your third position?
Okay, so we are very excited to have won the third position. We are also excited that we got a chance to be motivated by some um, honorable Sam George.
Yes, yes, yes. I think that's really exciting, and it was very encouraging for you too as well.
But next time we will aim for the first position. I think that will bring more vim to us.
Okay. When is the next competition?
I think it's next year.
Next year.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Was there something special that you learned in terms of skills, Kelvin?
So by watching other teams' innovations, we're able to bring up ideas for next season's competition.
Okay. Okay. So do you already have an idea, or you are yet to?
Yes.
You already have an idea for next. Okay. What is it?
So next year is about food security.
Okay.
So that competition, you are supposed to group the types of seeds and do irrigation. So it's somehow like planting.
Okay. Okay. So at least you have an idea what you'll be working on as a team. And hopefully we come back this time around with the first position, right?
Yes.
Good to know. Good to know. So coming to you, coach. But before I come to you, we would be taking a listen to the quick tech fixes. We will be back after that.
Hello everyone, I am Michelle Ejikum, and as usual, I bring you some tech quick fixes and tips right here on Joy Geek Squad. Hot phone? That's not just uncomfortable, it can damage your battery. Here is how to stop your phone from overheating. 1. Avoid using your phone while charging. 2. Close unused apps running in the background. 3. Keep your phone out of direct sunlight. And that's it. Keep it cool and your phone will last longer.
Welcome back. This is Geek Squad with a girl and we have YouTube. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN. MTN, everywhere you go. Tonight we've been having a conversation with a team from, the team is called Redeemer Tech and from Redeemer School. And they attended the World Robotics competition. They won the 3rd position, making all of us very proud, and that's why we've had them on tonight to talk about what they built. They also came with one coach and then another person also from the team, and he's in the person of Isaac Yeboah. So we'll be getting some more details from him. I think what I'm going to ask you, I've been hearing she, the CEO, she. Can we get her name? Okay, and it's really exciting and amazing to know, because I heard a she first from one of the students, and then the coach also mentioned it, and how she's really pushing this agenda. I think is really good. Can you talk a bit more about what you are doing just to support everything at the end of the day?
Okay, my Redeemer School is an educational institution which focuses on holistic education. We educate kids holistically.
Okay.
We have what my learners just said, the REL. We introduced it, I think 3 years ago, but we started robotics 5 years back.
Okay.
And then we ran the system from primary 1. We have learners in primary 1 manipulating the computer. They group themselves, they do teamwork, and it's very exciting. It also helps their learning ability.
Okay. Okay. Where is it located?
Sotium.
Okay. And so it's from primary school to...
Yeah, we have the preschool to primary and to GHS 3.
Okay. And with the Redeemer Tech, anyone can join. The youngest right now is 8 years old. Does it come with any age in terms of entry?
No, but most of the times the competitions have age limits.
Okay. The competitions that are done.
Yes.
Okay, what are some of the age limits?
Okay, currently this recent competition was from 11 to 15 years.
Okay. And there was a junior team and a senior team as
yes,
well.
Please.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask the coach now. So did both teams come from Redeemer Tech?
Yes.
Okay. All right. But
During
as a,
during the national competition, we were able to win both the senior category and the junior category. That's how come we're able to go for the world competition.
okay.
Yeah,
So okay. So here in Ghana, how did you enter that competition?
as I said, Makers Place introduced us to this robotics
Okay.
competition. Yeah, and then they are the main host company that brings the competition to the country.
Okay.
So during the competition, we went there with our junior team and a senior team. Our junior team competed with the basic schools, whilst our senior team competed with the secondary schools.
Okay.
We had a school like Adisadel, Food and Tech, but our kids were able to win.
Interesting. So for the World Championship, both your junior team and senior team represented Ghana.
Yes.
Oh, that's good to know. Because if the senior team competed with the senior high schools here in Ghana and they were still able to win, then that's really good to know. I'm going to come back to you now, Emmanuel and then Kelvin. What did you do to celebrate after the competition?
Okay, so after the competition, we had fun. We went to meet Honorable Emmanuel Kwame Esiedu Entry, the ambassador of Ghana to Switzerland.
Okay.
So we went to visit him at his office, and also we had some treats.
And you really enjoyed it?
Yes.
What you are saying. Emmanuel, if there's someone listening in at your age and what you are doing, what advice will you give such a person?
Okay, so I think if they want to participate in robotics, whatever they want to do or whatever they want to participate in, they shouldn't forget that with hard work and determination, they can achieve it.
With
Here in
hard
my Redeemer School, our director always says that so far as you work hard for it, everything is possible. So you can
if you
achieve
work
whatever
hard,
you want.
exactly, you put your mind to it and you work hard towards it with determination, everything is possible. What about you too?
Okay, so robotics is not as easy as it seems. But when you are dedicated to the work you are trying to achieve, it will be easier for you.
That's the whole point. It will be easier for you. Any other person to say anything? Because you are just close by, so maybe you can say if there's any advice. At least I need to hear one lady speak. So can you just let her give an advice for a lady? Yes. Yes. What would you like to tell?
Whatever you want to do, if you put your mind to it, you would be able to achieve it and do well in it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to come to you now, the coach. Wrapping up, what would you say as your final words?
What I want to say is, I would love the country to come on board to help children of this country to learn more about robotics. Because as the world is growing, everything is about robots. The washing machine we are using in our homes are robots. The blender is a robot. So if the government come on board and help, a lot of kids can learn about robots and then the country can go. You know, we all talk about China. It is because the kids have introduced to it. So if our kids also get opportunity to learn about robots, I think our country will go far.
It's very, very important. And really, it's not just for the government, like I said, organizations, parents, people who are listening in, and even you get to see this later on. It's important that we all come on board and we support our wards. Thank you very much, my Redeemer Tech School and Redeemer Tech team, for first of all going and doing your best, coming out third, and then to our coach and really our CEO, because I've been hearing a lot of the she's. Thank you wherever you are. We really appreciate it. A very big thank you to you for tuning in and for listening in. God willing, next week we will be having a conversation about some of the professions that we can do when it comes to technology. We'll be having that conversation next week. So especially parents and guardians, really we want you to take note of that. We'll be teaching some things to do in tech, some of the things that you can do. So let's take note, especially because our kids are on vacation. I see quite a number of flyers already around. People are doing quite a number of things, or that we'll be talking about them. So let's just take note. God willing, next week we will be back. A very big thank you to you, my technical team, Mirabelle, on Prince, and the entire team. God willing, next week we'll be back. We'll please stay tuned. Kofi Hayford will be taking you through the overdrive.